Welcome back.
Thanks.
Always
Good to be
a
here.
pleasure. You're a very busy actor. A lot of times, an actor or an actress will make a movie, and then a year or 2, 3 years go by and make another one. But you it seems like you're making several movies a year, aren't you?
Has my wife been talking to you, by the way? Because, this is a nightly conversation. Well, at the moment, this is the 4th movie I've made in a row, which is unusual for me. But
now, do you find yourself wearying from that pace, or do you find it invigorating?
No, I'm loving it more than ever.
Really?
Which is probably why I'm doing it. I never used to have this kind of pace, but I am pretty much in the doghouse at the moment. So let's move on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, to be Wolverine, I mean, you can't be, like I could not be Wolverine. But look at you. You're in tremendous, you're in the top physical condition of your life. And is that a lot of work?
No, I was pretty much born this way. I just came out this way. You know. Being a stranger, this is, trust me.
Do you work with a trainer? And what kind of stuff do you do?
I have a trainer, David, who pretty much kills me. I actually got my workout program from Dwayne Johnson. I rang him.
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah. And he said, here's the deal. You work out 3 hours a day, 6,000 calories a day.
6,000 calories. Now, is that low or high? I don't know.
It's super high.
That's a lot of stuff.
If you have nachos and a lasagna, that's 6,000 calories, right? So, but if you're having chicken breast and broccoli, that's a lot. It's like 12 breasts of chicken a day and about this much broccoli, and that's about it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, I find that I'm always hungry. Are you always hungry?
No, I haven't been hungry for about 10 years. I want to be hungry. I literally, I'm like,
so the chicken and broccoli keeps you full all day long, and you don't care.
Well, if you want to, do you want to get technical about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually eat for 8 hours of the day. It's sort of like this intermittent fasting. This is the whole future. This is the way everything's going. So from 10 in the morning till 6,
you're eating.
I'm eating non-stop, and then I take a break.
What kind of quantity per meal there?
So 5 or 6 times a day, I would either have 1 or 2 steaks or 2 large chicken breasts with brown rice and broccoli or some kind of vegetable.
So you're essentially having 5 meals a day from 10 to 8, or 8
10
to
6.
10 to 6.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then after that, nothing.
Then nothing.
Yeah. And
I mean, alcohol. I mean, come on.
Oh, sure.
But
not nuts.
You kidding?
The guy's got to live, for God's sake.
I can't play this character all this time without alcohol.
Now, what about dessert? What kind of a dessert do you have?
Dessert? What?
You don't get dessert? So no sugar. You don't get
I actually, while I'm shooting, I don't even have fruit, because the fructose is too high in sugar. I know, it's just probably not good, but I'm getting a lot of vegetables, a lot of salad, but no sugar. It's pretty restrictive. That's the hardest part of playing Wolverine, for sure.
Well, I was on a diet, and they said that, and I said, well, what about dessert? They said, well, you can have, like, for a treat, once a week, you can have some grapes. Once a week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
But how long I mean,
no,
granted,
I do
you
cheat.
Look great.
I do cheat. I have cheat meals, and in fact, that's part of the deal. In fact, it's a good thing once every week. Actually, Dwayne told me once every 8 days to cheat.
Yeah.
But when that guy
taking
cheats,
advice from The Rock? Really?
And can I tell you, one of the coolest moments of my career, Dave, was when I was speaking to him. There was a knock on his trailer door because he was filming. And he goes, hang on a second. He answers and he goes, I'm talking to Wolverine. You can tell him to wait on set.
There you go, by God.
Come on.
Wolverine.
That's it.
Well, you look... But what I've learned in this is people who are overweight, people who are really overweight and morbidly obese, it is a miserable struggle. And to eat properly, I don't know how a person can spend the rest of their life eating properly. Oh, yeah, no, I can't. I mean, as soon as I stop filming, in fact, I have it down to a science of when we're doing a shirt-off scene or, because you can't eat, I can't eat that strictly for too long. But, I'm getting paid for it. I'm playing Wolverine. I mean, if I wasn't, trust me, I wouldn't look like that. No. I wouldn't. Paul had some questions about Wolverine. Can you skate? Sure. Does Wolverine get to skate? You can skate. Skate? Yeah, can you skate? Like ice skate? Ice skate, yeah. No. No, he can't. He can't ice skate. No, I don't want to see Wolverine on ice skate.
Can the character Wolverine ice skate?
No, he can't.
As an actor, maybe not.
No, nobody can skate over here.
I see. Nobody. And the other
like on the Disney on Ice?
What about shave? Does the Wolverine shave?
No, good point. It's a good question.
But
at some point, it has to go. Oh, yeah, but he's got the blades with him. He's got the blades.
That's what you were saying. That's what
he's very well groomed.
Very well
Wolverine is very well groomed. Okay, fine.
Okay, that's
I'm
it.
glad we were
I'm
able to
happy
address
now.
these questions.
I have my answers. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. How's your son doing?
He's doing great.
How old
He's
is
13.
he? 13. Oh,
yeah.
13? And is still great at 13?
He's awesome. But the problem about him turning 13, you don't know this yet, is I can't talk about him on these shows anymore. Like now he knows. His friends say, oh, you know, your dad was talking about you. Oh. He comes home and he's furious with me. And it's my best material. My son, my kids, the best material.
He feels that he's being embarrassed, that you're revealing secrets?
Well, last time I was here, I was talking about him and me climbing Mount Fuji, and I was talking about how he's trying to pick up girls by saying his dad plays Wolverine. He's like, you know, he's furious. He's like, what kind of wingman are you? This is killing me. It's true.
And
how old are your kids now?
9.
9?
I have a 9-year-old son.
Yeah.
And has he started to get snarky yet, your 13-year-old?
Oh, like when he was 4? Yeah, no. But it's interesting because I will talk about him and I'll feel the heat tomorrow. But like Wolverine, he never talks to me about Wolverine. He never admits it's cool, never admits this is great, nothing like that, right? In fact, a friend of his was saying how cool, and he goes, trust me, my dad is nothing like Wolverine. He's not tough, he's not cool in any way. And I had to see the movie at 7 a.m. And I said, oh, Oscar, you know, I'm going to see the Wolverine, and I have to watch it in the morning. Now, this is summer vacation. There is no 7 a.m. for a 13-year-old, right? 6 o'clock in the morning, he was up, waking me up, like, Dad, is it time? Is it time? And I was like...
there you go. Well, that's what you want. By God, a little bit of that. Good for you, good for him.
Yeah.
The film was done in Japan.
Yes.
I think all of these are done in New Zealand, but it's not in New Zealand at all, is it?
No, this is from a famous comic book set in Japan, and we shot there, and I loved it. Although I've got to admit, it's so easy as a foreigner, from anywhere, to make a faux pas in Japan. Have you been to Japan?
No, I've not been there.
You've never been?
No.
Really? I bet your show's there, right? Is your show there? It probably is. You have no idea, right?
Yeah, it's there.
But you love Japan, right? You love Japan. Yes, right.
But I've heard that the protocol and the manners and politeness very intricate and easy to offend someone inadvertently.
We went to the onsens, and the onsens are very famous, and they're everywhere. These kind of, I suppose, bathhouses, but it's a volcanic island, so there are these natural spas everywhere.
Thermally heated
water, and it's incredible. But it's a tradition. You cannot have tattoos when you go into an onsen. Tattoos, you're not allowed. It's very formal. And when you walk in, it's separated. There's men's and women's, and you get your towel from this person, you get your slippers from this, but you go to this change room, and it's all very confusing. Anyway, next thing you know, you're naked in a room with a lot of hot tubs, right? And
I wish I had a nickel for every time that's happened to me. The next thing you know, you're Carlos Danger.
So I walk in, and they give you one towel, like a face cloth. That's it. Yeah. I walk in, it's great, I'm enjoying it. It's incredible, but it's hot, so hot. And there's one hot tub, and it just gets hotter as you go along. And there's one little sort of tub of super cold water.
Like the ice water, yeah.
So I dip in the towel, and I put it on my head, and I'm just sort of sitting there on the bench, and I'm getting the weirdest looks from everybody there. Very, like, I thought maybe I walked in the wrong spot, or maybe I wasn't meant to be there, or maybe I had tattoos I didn't even realise, or something. And finally, after about an hour, this guy looks at me and he goes, yeah.
I wish I had a nickel for every time.
And I had, to cool myself down, had put the towel of ice water on my head. So I was like, yeah. That's when I finally realised that towel was meant to be covering my privates. So for an hour, I was just swanning around with the old thing on my head. How
you doing?
How you doing?
We'll be right back to take a look at a bit of the movie Wolverine, everybody. This is your 6th outing as Wolverine.
Yeah.
Do you like your character, the Wolverine?
I'm enjoying it more than ever.
And you're also now going to be Wolverine in a new X-Men movie. Is that?
We're shooting that right now.
Where are you making that movie?
Where are we making?
Yeah.
Montreal.
Making that in Montreal?
Yeah, Montreal. It's called X-Men Days of Future Past from Montreal. It's a beautiful city. We've got about a month of shooting to go. I love it up there. Have you been there?
No, I've been to Montreal.
Oh, you have?
Mount Royal.
Yes.
But the Wolverine does not skate, because I know once you're in Montreal, that's all they do is skate.
You know what? You've given me a great idea for another movie. I'm not sure, like an ice hockey Wolverine. He joins the team, but he's not part of the team.
We've given him a great idea, Paul.
Yeah, he's like the enforcer. I like it.
Let's see what the Wolverine is up to in this film. It opens Friday. Hugh, what is the clip?
So it's in Japan. You've all heard of the famous bullet train?
Oh,
okay, it goes like 200 miles an hour.
Yes.
So he has many foes in this movie, but he's now fighting the Yakuza, who are like the mafia or the mob, and he meets them on the train.
Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman.
Love it.
No one is going to go see that.
What do you mean? You're right. We should have done the ice skating. You're right.
Okay, let's try it again. Here's the Wolverine. And that's all you need to know. Well, Hugh, thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
Have a great summer working in Canada. My best to your family.
Thank you.
Thank you,
too,
sir.
David.
Wolverine
Thank you.
opens on Friday. We'll be right back with Lisa.